Hey, Joe Gilder here. I've got a vocal to mix, and I want to use the PreSonus TUBE P1B as my compressor for the vocal. Now, this is a part of a pack that they sell on their website that includes a bunch of different compressors for their fat channel and also a bunch of different EQs. But they recently gave this one away as a part of a celebration of their anniversary, and I figured, I've used it on drums and vocals and bass quite a bit. So I thought, let me do a video showing you kind of how I like to use it, and then we will go from there. So here's the track that we're trying to mix. I need to get this vocal rocking here pretty quick.
Gave it all, it was not enough. Play on. You dropped the ball, feel like giving up. Play on.
Okay, so the vocal is raw right now. We need it to be not raw. And I've got my vocal channel routed to my vocal bus, which in this instance is just completely redundant and makes no sense, but that's where we are. So I've got my fat channel pulled up here on my vocal, and we're gonna listen to it just soloed for the sake of this video. Normally I would try to do a lot of this without solo. So here's my vocal. First thing I'm gonna do is remove some low end, so it's a little, use the high pass filter, then we're gonna compress it and then EQ it. My good rule of thumb that I use when thinking about whether the compressor should come first or the EQ, if the sound sounds pretty good, if I like the sound, I'll compress it first. If I don't like the sound and it needs to be fixed, I'll fix the sound with EQ first, then compress it. That's just general rule of thumb that's worked well for me. Let's listen to it.
Gave it all, it was not enough. Play on. You dropped the ball, feel like...
Okay, other than taking off some of that excessive low end that was there, the boominess there, I like the sound of the vocal, so I'm ready to compress. So we will flip the light comes on, and we will try to compress this sucker, see what we can get. Typically on vocals, I like a faster attack and release because I just want to grab the vocal quickly. Threshold we will adjust until we're getting compression, and we'll get maybe a 4-to-1-ish ratio going on. And then once we start compressing, I'll use the gain to gain my volume back that I'm losing from compression. Here we go.
Gave it all, it was not enough. Play on. You dropped the ball, feel like giving up. Play on. Play on.
Obviously with compression we're going to make it louder, but the louder parts are getting quieter, so there's going to be a volume difference no matter what. But let's listen to before and after with and without the compressor. Off.
Gave it all, it was not enough. Gave it all, it was not enough.
Okay, that's a little too loud. Let's back off the gain a little bit.
Gave it all, it was not enough. Play on.
Very cool. So I like the way that sounds. It's grabbing those louder notes. It's turning up the quieter notes. It's making me happy. Let's go to a quieter section and see how it's working back here in the verses.
You came home crying again. It didn't go your way. I know you were trying.
Maintains all the warmth in the vocal, but it's cleaning it up, and it doesn't sound overcompressed, even though we're getting a decent amount of vocal, and it's just got a warm-ish sound to it. Now, EQ-wise, I would then EQ that to clean it up and get it a little bit brighter and a little less muddy. Let's do that.
You came home crying again. It didn't go your way. I know you were trying. It just wasn't your day. You gave it all, it was not enough. Play on. You dropped the ball, feel like giving up. Play.
All right, When I got to the chorus, pulled the tracks back in, it was too thin. I'd removed too much low end. So let's go back to the chorus and see how it sounds in the context with the rest of the tracks, because that's really all that matters.
You gave it all, it was not.
Okay, one thing, real quick. This has nothing to do with this plugin, but it matters. So when I sing gave, I'm singing it, it's the top of my range, my vocal gets piercing, and that upper mid is just annoying. Well, we can fix that annoyingness. We're gonna find that. I'm gonna turn the volume down so I don't annoy you too much. But we're gonna find that. It's gonna be in between 2 and 3K probably.
You gave it all, you gave it all, you gave it all, you gave it all, you gave it all.
Right there. It is screaming at that frequency. That's just the resonant frequency of my noggin or something.
You gave it all, it was, you gave it all.
Listen to the before and after. Here's everything without that one EQ dip.
You gave it.
It cuts through when I sing gave. When I go to that E of the diphthong of the vocal, of that vowel sound, cuts through, super annoying. Add the EQ, the vocal tone really doesn't change other than that it's smoother and that annoying little spike doesn't happen.
You gave it all, it was not enough.
So that's my vocal process. Obviously, that's a quicker version. I might take that and slap on a little bit of reverb, a little bit of slapback delay. Let's see what that sounds like.
You gave it all, it was not enough. Play on. You dropped the ball, feel like giving up. Play on. Life's about choosing. Lessons for another day. There's winning and there's losing.
If I had more time, which I will probably go back and do, I'd probably maybe do a little bit of a de-esser at the end if those S's get a little bit too much, but that's essentially my tone for vocals. I'll do a similar version of this almost every time, and it works well. And the TUBE P1B is a great option. If you don't have it, check it out. It's not paid for by PreSonus. I just happened to have it, and they gave it away for free, and I thought you'd like to see it. What I like about it especially is some of these analog compressors will just give you a few controls, but not really much in the way of attack and release, but they give you attack, release controls, ratio, gain, threshold, all the stuff you're expecting, but it gives you some of that analog mojo, which is kind of fun sometimes. All right, that's it for me. I'm Joe Gilder. Thanks for watching. See ya.
You gave it all, it was not enough.